Good morning, YouTube. It is Friday. Yeah, how about that? It is Friday, February 25th, 9:19 a.m. Central Standard Time, 57 degrees and sunny in beautiful Dallas, Texas, where the hottest team in basketball resides, and quite possibly the best team in basketball. Now, that's what some people are saying, right? As we start to gain some momentum. That's just what some people are saying. Not me. Okay, it's February 23rd. My bad. What did I say? 25th? Not me. Some people are saying it, though. Apparently, this happened 6 years ago. Dario Saric played the most sunburned game in NBA history. Which I feel like would be really painful. I feel would be very painful. Huh? Getting slapped around with a sunburn like that? Jesus. Anyways, I'm just from the future. I told you guys, everything I see is written. Yesterday, on this very platform, playback.tv/SlightlyBiased, you can check these out every morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're watching this on playback.tv/SlightlyBiased, you can check out the VODs every morning on the Slightly Biased Clips channel after these are over. But yesterday, people were telling me not to make a Luka MVP video on my main channel because you know what? You don't want to jinx them. It was written, guys. I didn't even make the prediction myself. I saw it in a dream. It came to me. I saw it in the universe. The energy radiated through me. Okay? That's just the truth. Let's just start because I think this was all in all the biggest game of the night last night. I guess we'll start with a little tiny bit of news. Pokusevski has been waived by the Oklahoma City Thunder. That era is over. Thunder fans, salute to him. This was a tank commander, the likes of which we've never seen on the battlefield. One of the best tank commanders, the NBA has ever had. And it's a sad day that he's gone. No more gaslighting into thinking this guy's good. Then you watch him and you're like, this is the worst player I've ever seen in my life. Like, God bless him. But this guy, I'm not even sure this guy knows how to run. They'd be like, no, he's going to be good. He's going to be good because he's 7 feet tall and can dribble a little tiny bit. It's like, can he, though? I'm not even sure this guy can walk. So anyways, best of luck to Poku. And, an era has come to an end. An era has come to an end, unironically, in OKC. Let's get into it. This was the biggest game of the night, I think, just in terms of seeding where these two teams were at. Two of the hottest teams in the league. The first game on TNT after the All-Star break. And this is why I want to start with this right here. You felt the energy of this game on Twitter, the build-up, the lead-up to it. This is why trimming down the schedule a little bit, keeping the length of the season calendar-wise the exact same, and trimming down the schedule, spreading games out, you get stuff like this where you're hyping up games. It's similar to football. You have a whole week to hype up a game, to hype up a matchup. Here you had a whole week to hype up a matchup. And it paid off. It was awesome. The atmosphere was incredible. The energy was incredible. And just anecdotally, the energy on Twitter, it really did kind of feel like a big playoff game. So I thought it was awesome. I thought it was amazing. And I thought it was a good game. Beyond the Mavericks winning it, I thought it was a fun game to watch. The shot making that both of these teams have is just insane. With Devin Booker, who went off, had a great game. Kevin Durant, who was put in P jail, but he had a really good first half. But Booker, his shot making in the third quarter was just insane. Started going off. And then, of course, you had Luka, 41 points. That started the third quarter where he had, 3 threes? Including one, crazy side step three that I don't know if I've ever seen him shoot. That was insane. And then, of course, you had Kyrie, his insane shot making and his insane finishing. I mean, just a really fun game to watch. Of course, made it a lot funner because the Dallas Mavericks won. But a great game of basketball. And it's 7 straight wins for the Mavs. You look at their schedule, there's a real there's a real chance. A real chance that the Mavericks push this thing to 10. Real chance he pushes this thing up to 10 games. They have the Pacers on Sunday, and then the Cavaliers and who's the next team they play? Raptors, I believe. Real decent chance. Going on the road and winning is difficult, of course. The way this team's playing right now, I think anything is possible. And that leads me to my next point, right? If you want to hear like what really went on in this game, I'm going to drop a video later or locked on. I don't need to get into the minutia of the play-by-play and all of the different things. PJ Washington played great defense last night. Great defense. You know, his foot speed automatically is a major upgrade over what PJ Washington was or what Grant Williams was offering. Being able to stick guys on the perimeter. Because, you know, it's one thing for Grant Williams, you know, the big body and stuff, versatility, he can be a little bit physical. That's nice in certain matchups, but in matchups like these where it's like, we need somebody who can guard Kevin Durant, Grant Williams is just too slow. That's just the reality, right? Where PJ Washington can stick those guys and keep up with them. And he did a great job. His defense has been incredible so far. Absolutely incredible. I've just ignored some of the tweets that are like comparing Grant Williams and PJ Washington's scoring averages. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm very, very happy with what's transpired here. Very, very happy. Just I'm so intrigued by this defensive stuff, man. I just am. They could do a lot of really interesting stuff defensively now. That makes me very excited. And it makes me think, one, okay, what is the ceiling of this team? I look at teams in the West, and I'm just like, okay, could the Mavericks win a playoff series against this team? Can the Mavericks win a series against this team? Any team below them? Yes, without a doubt. Suns, yes. We've already seen it once. I think Nurkic gets played off the court immediately in this series, and then the Suns are basically having to play Kevin Durant at small ball 5 for the entire series. That's a lot to ask for a 35-year-old. It just is. Kings, yes, this team is woefully unserious. I know that they won last night. We'll talk about that game later. This team is woefully unserious. Lakers, yes. Warriors, yes. Pelicans, they're good, but they're a little all over the place, up and down. Nuggets are the only team I would struggle to say yes to. They're the only team I would struggle to say yes to. Clippers, I do think the Mavericks can win. Their defense has really kind of fallen off a little bit over the past couple of months. Or should I say weeks? More like month. Thunder, I think the Mavericks could win a series against the Thunder, and I think the Mavericks could win a series against the Timberwolves. So you start to do the math there. It's like, wait a second. Now, of course, they could also lose a series to these teams. The West is just stupid stacked, but I don't know what the ceiling is. The ceiling is very, very high. It is very, very high. And I think we haven't even really seen, I think there's still some offensive stuff that's kind of wonky with PJ Washington, trying to fit him in a little bit better. Of course, Exum coming back, but I don't really know how much we can rely on a healthy Dante Exum. I think they could get better. I think they can. Which is crazy to say, because 5-0, yeah, since the trade deadline, 5-0, first in defense, 8th in offense, 2nd in net rating. Can they get better than that? Maybe not statistically, but just the looks of them, if that makes sense. Just the look of them. Yeah, PJ had some nice attacks on the rim. So anyways, a really nice win for the Mavericks. A playoff series between these two would be absolutely epic. And yeah, the Mavericks, well, they did shoot 43% from 3, but yeah, Tim's been really dog shit lately. And their three-point percentage was pretty much carried by Luka and Kyrie. I don't think we've seen this new look Mavs team have one of their patented, oh my God, the role players just shot 50% from 3 against us. which is how they used to win games. Now they can win games in more than one way. But they're still going to have games from time to time where the role guys get really hot. We've yet to see one of those. Maybe against Indiana on Sunday? Yeah, exactly. The Mavs are serious. It feels like they're serious. You have to take them seriously now, which is just all we've wanted. That's really all we've wanted. So a nice win for the Mavericks. Speaking of nice wins, the Thunder blow out the Clippers. SGA had like 16 disgusting crossovers in this game. He finished with 31 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, 12 of 19. J-Dub doing his thing, Chet doing his thing. Everyone doing their things collectively, which includes in a blowout win, Josh Giddey being a 0, which, again, everyone doing their things. Paul George was a catastrophe in this game. He's shooting, I want to say, I saw the stat was like 15% over their last 13 games or something crazy like that. Or maybe 25% from 3. Really been struggling lately. And hopefully he gets right. Way off P is back. But this was kind of the concern a little bit, that this is an older team that was really peaking in January. I was like, can they stay hot and healthy? And they're 2-3 in their last 5. 2-3 in their last 5, and their record against the other top 4 seeds in the West is really bad. Really bad. Oh yeah, and Russ was terrible last night too. Yeah, they've cooled off a little bit from 3, and their defense has really taken a step back lately. But Kawhi was really good in this game, so you have that going for you. I don't know. Not time to hit the panic button on the Clippers just yet, but maybe they're not the best team in the West the way that we thought they were a couple of weeks ago. We'll see if they get right. You know, it's peaks and valleys in the NBA season. We know that. I want to talk about this Spurs-Kings game. Kings do end up pulling out a win. Pretty much last second. The Spurs had a lead, I think, in like the last minute of this game. I do not think this team is good at all. I get a woefully unserious vibe whenever I watch them play. Why aren't they? Their defense is horrible. They have a terrible defense. Their role guys oscillate between being, knockdown shooters and horrible offensively. Their bench, besides Malik Monk, is pretty fucking bad. And again, back and forth between hitting threes and looking kind of good and missing threes and looking terrible. And they did get a win. I thought Wemby, the Spurs were down 2. Wemby tried to foul bait and go to the free throw line. I thought he got fouled, and they didn't call it, and he missed. Wemby had a couple of bad shots down the stretch, but still was 1 assist away from a 5-by-5 game. So Wemby's kind of reaching this stage already in his rookie year where 19 points, 13 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals, 5 blocks. It's like, yeah, he wasn't that great, though. Like, we're already kind of reaching that point, which is a scary place to be. We know that as Mavs fans with Luka, where it's like, oh yeah, Luka only had 38 tonight and 11 assists and 8 rebounds. It was an okay game for Luka. And it's like, Jesus Christ, that's an okay game. Oh, Devin Vassell was amazing in this game. Devin Vassell was amazing. He's been playing well, man. He's been playing well. Vassell was amazing. Him and Keegan Murray exchanged some nasty dunks. But I struggle to take this team seriously. I'm just being honest with you. I'm just being honest with you. God bless him. Nice win. I know I always shit on the Kings. I'm sorry. The Dallas Mavericks are now 13-7 in 20 games when Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, and Derek Lively all play. 20 games, and that's the amount of games that they've played. That's unfortunate. What is that, like a 50, 53, 54 win pace? We'll take that. We will take that, for sure. The other TNT game last night, the Warriors beat the Lakers. Steph went off. A nice game for the Warriors. They're playing really well. Wiggins played well, so that's encouraging. It was kind of what I was saying at the deadline, where it's like, they might trade Wiggins to save money, but it might just be more worth it for them to see if he just figures it out. Because if he figures it out, then all of a sudden the ceiling of your team is much better. If he doesn't figure it out and you trade for like a Tim Hardaway Jr., does that really do anything for you? No. Trayce Jackson-Davis is good. I like him. That might be one of the only things about the draft I got right. We like Trayce Jackson-Davis, the slightly biased draft community. We're like, this guy seems pretty good. I just like the way he plays out there. You know, I like his energy. The Lakers without LeBron James shot like shit from three. You know, it is what it is. I guess they were resting LeBron on the first night of a back-to-back. I'm assuming he plays tonight. And again, like I said earlier, Darvin Ham waved the white flag in this game very early. And it does kind of make me wonder, if you're a team like the Lakers, even the Warriors, realistically, are you just like, all right, we're going to be the 9 and 10 seed. We're going to be the 9 and 10 seed, and let's just hope. Let's just hope that the Timberwolves or the Thunder are the 1 seed, because we feel like we could beat them in a series. Versus like the Nuggets climbing up to the 1 seed. Because I just thought it was weird that the Lakers just punted the game at the end like that. In a game that's kind of important with seeding and playing a team that's directly behind you in the standings. But yeah, they do have a pretty comfortable lead. Like, they'll be in the play-in. You know, the Jazz have really been scuffling. And so have the Rockets. So the play-in feels set. Magic get a nice win over the Cavs. No Donovan Mitchell in this game. Starting to be a little concerned. You know, Darius Garland's working his way back from injury and stuff, but starting to be a little concerned with some of the Darius Garland stuff. Like, why the idea in my head was that Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell could trade off, and one could miss time and you'd still be okay. Yeah, we talked about Poku a tiny brief bit. But Donovan Mitchell has just been so much better than Garland. I need Garland to pick it up, man. I just do. But the Magic, 56% from three. That's all you need to see. No, he's definitely a top 100 player still. 56% from three. Gonna be hard to lose games when you shoot that well from deep. So a nice win for the Magic. Yeah, you're just winning a game when you shoot 56% from three. It's just really that simple. Nice win for the Magic, who've been playing a little bit better lately. And the Cavs starting to cool off a tiny bit from that scorching pace that they were on in January and February. Pistons, I believe, played 11 players in the first quarter of this game. So that's what they've got going on. Cade played well, though. A 30 piece. Halliburton played well. Siakam played well. The Pacers were up by like 50 points in the first half. This was a 10-point game at one juncture. How big was their lead? 31 points. This thing got a little uncomfortable. Cade being a plus 10 in a game you got blown out in and we're down by 30 at one point in is hilarious. And you had like a full hockey. Like you were doing hockey shifts out there. The bad teams in this league are really, really bad, guys. Really, really bad. Are the Sixers really, really bad? Guys, they're yelling at Tobias Harris again. Tobias had 7 points. They're mad at Tobias Harris again. Hey, Tobias, you can't have a 7-point game. You know, you just can't have it. I do know that Maxey healed. All shot like shit in the fourth quarter of this game. Oubre could make a shot in the fourth quarter. They scored 15 points in the fourth quarter. Batum was some cardio. This team's been struggling, man. And I don't know. What do you do with Embiid? I mean, look at this shit. They've really been struggling. Like, if you're in the play-in tournament by the time Embiid's supposed to be coming back, do you just say, hey, this was a fucked season? We can't risk an injury to you, big fella. I actually don't think they would say that because they had him out there when his knee was already fucked up. For me, Embiid, at his age and with his knee injury history and his lower body injury history, like if he just starts to have any knee discomfort or anything, we're just shutting him down. I don't care. We're shutting him down. Maybe they feel like it's 30. You know, he's 30 and we need him to play. Like, we can't baby him anymore. He's got to go out there. But I don't know, man. They're currently only 2.5 games up. Or I'm sorry, 1.5 game up of the Magic, who are the 7 seed. And the way that they've been trending, I think they'll probably end up in the play-in tournament. You know what kind of sucks about all this for the Mavericks? Is, all right, you're the 6 seed. You've been winning a ton of games. The Suns play the Rockets tonight, and if they win, you're right back to the 7 seed. Like, you're right back to 7. Just annoying. Even if the Pels lose, they'd only be half a game behind you. Speaking of the Pels, they blow out the Rockets. Don't really know what happened in this game, to be honest with you. The Celtics blew out the Bulls. Don't really know what happened in this game. The Nets are fucking horrible. They're really bad. Really, really, really bad. I don't know what else to say, really, besides that. There's nothing else to say besides that. 93 points. Jesus. They miss Royce O'Neal so much. They miss Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving. Okay. This little like, oh, we have Mikal Bridges and a bunch of really solid role guys, and we'll just win off the power of friendship and vibes. No, you won't. Yes, Kevin Ollie is the coach. He's the intern coach. And then Jokic had an unbelievable game. Maybe the biggest Jokic game of all time. The first player in NBA history to have a 15-15-15 game on 100% shooting. "21 points, 19 rebounds, 15 assists, 10 of 10 from the field." Okay. Did miss a free throw. So that's going to tank him. That's going to tank him. His efficiency. That'll do it. Peyton Watson had 4 blocks and a steal. The Wizards stink. Again, guys, the bad teams are really, really, really bad. But there's a team that might have graduated from that. Yeah, Poole got benched. It's just a sad state of affairs there. There's a team that might have graduated from that bad team tier. The Charlotte Hornets. They have yet to lose a game in the Grant Williams era. Grant Williams off the bench, 24 points, 6 of 11 from deep. Hold on a second. We can't stop fucking yawning. I need some coffee. Hold on a second. Man, the Jazz have been really bad lately. You almost have to somewhat respect Danny Ainge and saying like, oh no, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit that we're in the play-in right now. I'm trading guys. No, I don't give a shit. I'm trading guys. What is their infatuation with John Collins? Like, they started Taylor Hendricks in this game. Cool. All right, get your young guys out there. Hendricks has looked good in the minutes he's gotten. Why not start him with Kessler? Why does John Collins have to start? I don't understand. He did have 18 rebounds in this game, though. So maybe not the right time to shit on them for that. I saw some Hornets fans, victory lapping the trade. They fleeced, whatever. I mean, they're feeling good. They're on cloud 9 right now. I saw one Hornets fan was like, "Yeah, Mavericks fans should enjoy PJ Washington playing defense while he can, until he checks out again." And I'm like, guys, you were talking about Grant Williams, okay? Enjoy this while you can, because trust me, it's fleeting. This moment is fleeting. All right. Yeah, Grant's making his threes, and shit's sweet right now. Hey, we were there. I get it. We were in the same boat. Okay? But let's reel it in, because I promise you. I promise you. Much easier to be locked in on D for a contender than a doormat. Yeah, so I think both players benefited from a change of scenery, where PJ Washington never been on a serious team. He said himself he's never even had a 4-game winning streak in his life. Did he say life or his career? Where did PJ Washington go to school? Kentucky? Yeah, he had to have a 4-game winning streak. Yeah, probably meant in the NBA. So he definitely benefits in his play style, benefits from being on a good team and surrounded by guys. Maybe Grant Williams just needed, Grant Williams has spent his entire career on competitive teams. And he's been the scapegoat every time it's gone wrong for those teams. Maybe he just needed hey, go to Charlotte. There's no expectations at all. You miss a couple threes, who gives a fuck? No one's going to care. and then boom. You know, you don't have, there's not that much pressure on you. And you play a little bit freer. Maybe both sides just needed that. PJ needed to be at a place that was serious and trying to win games. And Grant just needed to be at a place where, maybe there's not that many, maybe the expectations from here aren't that high. But anyways, fun for the Hornets, though. It really is. And I do feel for Hornets fans because PJ left, and then you hear all the stories that are like, yeah, PJ was crying tears of joy to get fucking traded from the Hornets. And then Terry Rozier left, and Terry Rozier's like, yeah, losing's just in the DNA of the Hornets. Like, I get it. That's not fun as a fan. Hornets versus Mavericks NBA Finals. We will be seated. And that's it. We talked about every game. So a fun, busy slate of basketball. Again, I do think the NBA would benefit if they spread out games and had less games in a night. Just being honest. It could be overwhelming at times. Knicks healthy yet? No, they're still without OG. They're still without Julius Randle. They're not really even close. The vitriol from Mavs fans to Grant needs to stop, though. We don't miss him, and there's no point in monitoring his games. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel, too. I mean, I'm happy with PJ Washington. I don't really care what Grant Williams is doing. I always feel that way towards players that leave, to be honest with you. Like, Brunson left, sad, but, I'm not going to cry about it every single fucking day. KP, I was happy we traded him, so I'm cool with whatever he did. Like, I wanted him gone. The only time it'd be different is if I didn't want to lose a player, I didn't want to trade a player, and we did, and that player went off, and I'd be like, yeah, see, told you guys. That hasn't really happened. Is this the sidestep 3 from Luka? I mean, has he ever made a shot like this? I'm sure he has, but... Okay. He is a wild boy. He is a wild boy. All right, what do we got in the league tonight? The Tatum sidestep 3. I busted that out. Oh my God, how is there 20 fucking games tonight? I busted that out before in like 21 or something. Because you watch it, that sidestep 3, it's like, how does that generate any space at all? I busted it out. It does generate a good amount of space. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of shocking how much space you generate by just doing a little sidestep. Raptors and Hawks. Cavaliers, Sixers. My God, is every team in the league on a back-to-back tonight? Suns, Rockets, Cavs, Sixers, both teams on back-to-back. Suns, Rockets, both teams on back-to-backs. Clippers, Grizzlies, Clippers on a back-to-back. Wizards, Thunder, both teams on back-to-backs. Heat, Pelicans, Pelicans on a back-to-back. Bucks, Timberwolves. Okay. Neither of these teams. That should be a pretty fun game. Oh, my God. A 9 p.m. local start time for Minnesota? Holy shit. That's hilarious. The Mavs have some games like that. Hornets, Warriors, both teams on a back-to-back. Nuggets, Blazers, Nuggets on a back-to-back. Spurs, Lakers, both teams on a back-to-back. Hey, good schedule. Good schedule. It's like, okay, but why are there 3 games on Saturday? Is something going on Saturday? Are you scared? Is there some type of scheduling thing that fucking makes you shake in your boots? Silver, you pussy. I'm getting sick and tired of this shit. Why are there 3 games on Saturday and 20 games on Thursday and Friday? Just space them out. What are you scared of? What is going on this Saturday? What is there on TV? There's clearly something they're scared of. Why don't you make a fucking matinee day game? American Idol? God, Silver, stop being such a pussy. If I was a commissioner, we'd have NBA games on the Super Bowl Sunday on that night. They don't give a fuck. NFL re-airing the 1978 Super Bowl. Damn. Hey, I get it. Sorry, Silver. And then let me guess. Yeah, 55 games on Sunday. And it's just like, how do you expect... Do you realize that if you space this shit out, and there's 4 games a night, 5 games a night, you would, like, the interest level for these games would be much higher, and people would have a chance to watch the games. If you just did Saturday and Sundays, hey, here, Silver, I just fixed it for you. Okay, we're gonna go. You know what? You're gonna lose money in the short term. Cool. We're gonna go 62 games. Keep the schedule length the exact same, calendar-wise. And you know what? Every Saturday, Sunday, there's 4 games. They start at 12:30, and they just go up until 7. Back to back to back to back. You got all 4 games right there on national TV. So you're locked in. And would it suck if one of the games is bad? Yeah, but that's just the risk that you run. It's just like, dude, it's like overwhelming. It's impossible to keep up with. Efficiency landscape over the last 10 games. The Mavericks are in the quadrant of wow. 8-2 in the last 10. Timberwolves have been red hot. Number 5 offense for the Timberwolves. Okay. Only has record for the Mavs with no comment. I mean, who cares? Worst net rating. Wow, look at the Jazz, man. Look at the Grizzlies. Jesus. Bucks are 3-7 in their last 10. Wow. Wow. Look at this group right here. Good-looking group of teams. Good-looking group of teams. Yeah, where are the Nuggets? Over here? I'm really not too worried about the Nuggets. I feel like they're just coasting. If that's what you're asking, like, am I worried about them being bad? All right, so anyways, which one of the 45 games tonight are you guys planning on watching? Bucks Timberwolves is fun. That's a good one. Every other game tonight is just kind of eh. Heat Pelicans is actually kind of fun. Both teams playing really well lately. I'm assuming Wemby's not playing tonight. Is he still not playing back-to-backs? Got Marcus Morris Sr.'s on the Spurs right now. Next Bucks disaster class against the Wolves. Grant beating Clay's record tonight? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Short episode today, but I got stuff to do. We got important plans.